guys, happy Friday. Welcome to today's literacy lesson. In today's literacy lesson, we are going to be writing a diary. But first, I have got a little homophones quiz for you. At the start of the week, I told you that homophones are words that sound the same, but they're spelt differently and have different meanings. So, for example, we've got C and C. They sound the same. One is C and the other one is C. So I'm going to give you a little quiz. I would like you to write down as many homophones as you can think of. You need to do this independently. So pause the video and write down as many homophones as you can think of. Good. I wonder how many you have got. Maybe you can upload your list and we can take a look and see how many homophones you managed to think of. I thought I would give you another quick quiz about the features of a diary entry. So, I would like you to pause this video and write down as many features of a diary entry that you can remember. I'm really hoping that you remember them all, as you're going to be using them today when you're writing your diary entry. So pause the video and write down as many as you can before I show you the answers. So here are the answers, all of the features of a diary entry. I wonder how many you got correct. Was there any that you didn't get? Maybe the ones that you are not so confident on and the ones that you forgot, you can write down and make sure you use them in today's writing activity. So as I mentioned previously, we are going to be writing our diary entry in the perspective of our character. Our success criteria has stayed the same throughout the whole week, as it gives us a chance to meet all these different skills. So I'm hoping that actually by the end of today's lesson, all of us would be able to reach all of these points of our success criteria. So yesterday, we all did our diary plans. So if you haven't got your diary plan already, you need to go and find it, because this is what you're going to use to help you with your writing today. I'm going to show you an example of writing a diary in your character's perspective using the diary plan. So here I've got my diary plan about my character's diary. So I'm doing Oliver Twist. So yesterday, as we all know, I wrote my plan with what I'm going to include in today's lesson. I'm going to write my diary entry for Oliver Twist, trying to remember to include the features at the same time. And then you're going to have a go at yours. As you can see, I've put the 22nd of January, which is today's date, but I've put the year as 1837, as that is a year in the Victorian era. Fun fact, the Victorian era was from 1837 to 1901. So any date between those times you can put for your diary entry. So as I'm writing my diary entry, you can maybe have a think of what features I'm using. This is going to be my diary entry. Remember, I am doing Oliver Twist. This morning, I woke up cold and ravenous because I only had scraps for dinner last night. I thought to myself, will I ever have a warm home again? Now I'm going to start a new paragraph because I'm changing the subject of what I'm writing about. After trudging the dirty streets of London, I bumped into an interesting character. He wore a top hat, a long coat, and called himself the Artful Dodger. Dodger invited me to follow him. I felt intrigued and curious, so I did. I have nothing to lose. After a while, we arrived at Fagin's den. I was introduced to Fagin and the boys. I am unsure whether to trust these people. Although they did give me food and a bed. That's all for now. Good night. Oliver Twist. I'm signing off by my character, Oliver Twist. So if we look back at what we have written, after you have written your diary entry, you're going to go back and check. Have I spelt everything correctly? Okay, is there any corrections I can do? Have I used all of the correct features? And what you're going to do is you're going to edit and up-level your work. Now, I know we do this in school, don't we? And when we do this, we use a different colour. Now that's so that the teachers, so I can see what you've changed in your work and how you've been reflective. So, for example, this word we have spelt wrong, ravenous. So I'm going to correct my spellings. So I've corrected this, so I've changed it in a different colour. I guess if you're writing it, it's easier for you to cross it out, write it in a different colour. Oh, needs to be a capital I here, remember. Oh, here, the Artful Dodger, again, it's a name. So I need to make sure I'm using a capital letter for people's names. I missed off a H there. So I need to be careful that I'm spelling my words correctly. So I've had a check and I'm happy with, I think I've gone back to check my spellings and my capital letters and my full stops. You might choose to maybe add some words into your diary entry to make it more exciting. For example, we could add maybe some more description. We arrived at Fagin's. If I wanted to add something, I'm going to put it here. We could say crowded. We arrived at Fagin's crowded den. Okay. Also, another one, we might choose to add a word here, by bed. We might choose to add maybe the word bouncy, bit of description. Guys, you're going to have to bear with me. It's quite hard to write on the computer, but I'm expecting your handwriting to be beautiful. And also checking that I've used the features. So I have used first person by using I. I've used time connected this morning, after a while. My diary entry is in chronological order. I've included thoughts and feelings, and I've included some detailed description as well. So this is what you're going to be doing today. You're writing a diary entry from your character's perspective. Now it's your turn to have a go at this task. To help you, I have made a printable checklist which is attached on DB Primary. This is a writing task checklist. So you've got all the features down the side. So as you're doing your writing, you can be ticking off when you've included all of these things. So hopefully that will help you and you'll manage to include everything. Good luck with today's writing task. Try your best and do the most beautiful handwriting so that both me and Mrs. Dupree are really, really proud of you. Remember everything we've practiced this week, our descriptive language, the features, and also if you want to, challenge yourself, see if you can maybe include some figurative language and different word forms, thinking about our learning from last week. Good luck. I can't wait to see your diary entries. I will see you next week for some more literacy lessons. Well done on your really hard work this week. You have all done fantastic. Have a fantastic weekend and I'll see you next week. Bye.